Okay. Hi there. This is Brene Furnoy, art teacher by day, portrait painter by night, paint party instructor, and art kit maker on the weekends. Let me see. Is my paint can going the right way? Let's see. Here we are in the studio. It's still not going the right way. Let it register. There we go. So now this is what we have going on today. This is the situational. Okay. Now I think on my website on the Paint Pops page, Paint Pops, I think of these as like little bite-sized, snackable, paintable items. So that's where Paint Pops comes from. Now, I don't know which team you're playing for. This was my son's team, for the football folks out here. Okay. Next season, make sure you have something to paint. Okay. Now, it's not too late if you're local. Go ahead and hit me up on the contact us page or in the direct message and let me know that you need something to paint for Super Bowl Saturday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, next week. All right. So I am in here. I am going to pop on and I'm going to try the watercolors on a canvas. Okay. Last week we were in here mixing up skin tones. We were using the red, yellow, and blue with a little black and a little bit of white to come up with our skin tones. Let's see if we can get up underneath the light real good right here. I think this is pretty good. Ooh, my hands are shaking because of that caffeine, y'all. But I had to have some today. I'm having an event today. I've partnered with the Indianapolis Public Library, and I think there's another artist handling some locations, and I'm handling a few other locations. So today, um, that particular event right now is booked. They have a wait. No, they've closed out the registration for today. They've got a couple more coming up. I'm on the calendar for 4 events. Usually it's going to be something on the west side, you guys, west or a little bit north, just so it's easy for me to get to and everything. Those of you that know, now throw me in the back seat. I don't really want to drive a whole lot. I used to, baby, just getting on the road. That's my thing. I not anymore. I'm a local girl. But if need be, if you need me to come to your event, wherever you are, send a car, send a plane, okay? Just know I don't want to drive. I hope you are doing well. I'm going to share this out to my group, and I think it's on the Paint Pops page, and the Paint Pops simply stand for the Paint Party Online Pop-Up Shop. So I'm having a pop-up later today at MCL and Speedway. Come and paint with me. Today I made the ticket, paint what you want. And you guys, I didn't even put the link in here. Maybe I'll pop it in a little bit later, or maybe I'll do a quick separate advertisement for that. But let's go ahead and get on down to what the title says. Watercolor on canvas. Have you ever tried it? I haven't. But we're going to try it out today. Let me pop this in. Let me pop the paint cam out for a moment so I don't make it too dizzy. Let me pop that out for a few moments, and then we're going to get on down to it. I hope you had a great week. It went really, really, really fast. I hope this is going to be a good view for you. It's just so broad. Let's pop that in and see what you can see. It's okay. Now I've got my water bottle so that I could spritz my watercolors. That's fancy. All you have to do is just dip your brush into the water. Have enough for it to drip off, and then just hydrate each one. You don't have to mix it up. Just put the water on there and it's going to work its magic. I just realized I don't have my microphone plugged in. Let me do that. And something tells me I better plug into our our internet. The furnace is off. I turned it down because when it turns on and off, it just does some things. All right, so here are these things. It's cycling on. Excuse me. All right. I have to cycle it off because it will interrupt the broadcast. But one thing I will do to try to help ensure no freezing is let me plug into the internet. Okay. All right. We are right here trying not to knock things over and sound like a crazy mad scientist in the back. Okay. Here we are. Now, let's do a restart. Let's cut out all of that other foolishness. My name, once again, is Bernaid Flournoy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad that you are here in my art studio. I have these canvases available right now, and there's so many other beautiful designs out here. You just let me know what it is that you want. In the process right now of getting ready for two events today, one with our Indianapolis Public Library. So excited for the opportunity to come and paint with the community. Opportunity, community. What? Opportune commune. What? Come on now. I am super excited. Today's event is, full. The registration for the next couple of events, right now I'm slated for 4 during like this kind of winter, early spring. I think we're going to see what we're going to do maybe for summer and fall. But they wanted to try the program out to see if it would be successful with their library patrons. And excited to say that the first few events are pretty much maxed out. So I also have an event at MCL and Speedway later today. These same options will be available, but you need to register. Okay, register. Today, I have a pay what you want, but the minimum is $10. Okay, so we've got limited spots. We still have a few. I've got to get better with telling you that these things are coming up. So we've got one today, 5:30 to 7:30. Friday, 5:30 to 7:30. Friday is the 10th, February 10th. And then we've got one Valentine's Day. Mommy and me, daddy and me, uncle and me, grandma and me, my grown-up and me. However, you guys want to mix it up, match it up. The tickets for those are not available yet. They're coming, but direct message me. Let me know that you want me to hold a spot for you. Now, enough about all of that. I just pulled out these old canvases here. Just paint. Enjoy. Try something out with your little people. Now, let's go ahead, stack all of this up. Let's get on down to it. I hope you got your art supplies. I might need to put that on the countdown timer. Grab your art supplies. Grab your tea, coffee, water, your matcha, your, what do you call it? Cleanse, and let's rock and roll. This is acrylic. I can thin this down to watercolor consistency, but today we're actually going to try watercolors. Super excited. Using the same brushes. Okay, so everything right here is ready. I've got my water right here. Make sure when you're painting, you might want to keep your paints, if possible, next to the hand that you write with. Okay, and then you don't have to hold the brush any fancy kind of way. It's okay to hold it like a pencil. Be comfortable while you're creating, because it's enough to maneuver this material and struggle with a fancy, crazy way of holding the brush. Let me grab my wax paper. And I do believe I have my aprons packed. I just didn't put my hands on these this morning, so let me make sure I put this over here so I can remember to make sure we got aprons for today, people. Boop. Now, once again, this is Praying. Let me move this light because I don't have any light back this way. This is Praying Watercolor. Let me see, does this say professional? It just says the original. There is one, and maybe they stopped saying professional. Maybe they've changed their recipe. But I love me some Praying. Okay, I have loved me some Praying. Crayola is nice. Y'all, I'm trying to get it in the camera the right way without too much shine. Ah, there we go. I'm sorry. I know I'm making people dizzy. I don't even know about this camera right here. It may turn it right the correct way. Praying oval. There are 8 in here. Okay, refocusing. I absolutely love these and have loved these for years. And this, depending on where you may get it, is basically like a $4 set. Every now and again, you might be able to get it for $2.97, maybe during back to school season. I need to retry Crayola. It's been a moment. Okay, so I'm ready. Got paints, brushes. I hope you got your things. Let's get into it. So we're going to hydrate it. I'm looking now because here we go. Let's go ahead and get this on down here. Okay. So we're going to hydrate this just simply by doing a couple of spritzes. That kind of gets that paint going, wakes it back up. And now, and in the art room, we're painting next week a quick Valentine's Day heart. I'm just going to kind of hydrate the surface a little bit. And the kids know I like to give the paper that we're working on a little drink of water. We're just going to see, we're going to see how this works out. You know what? Maybe I could spritz this too. Hold on. Because this is a little bit different for me. This might be maybe a little bit too much. We're going to kind of work it in there, and then I'm going to dab some of it off. I just really want it to be moist. Okay. Okay. That's not too bad. Some areas still don't have any water there. That's okay. We're good. Now, let's go ahead and mix it up and try. Now, I don't have a mixing plate out here. The good thing about the Praying lid is that you can mix in this area here or along the sides. Look, the red already got started for us. Okay, red is already ready to go. So let's go on over here. We're going to mix up a little. We can start with orange for a little bit of skin tone color. And then we just kind of fade it out. Let's see. And you know what? I'm going to add a smidge of white to make it a little bit more. Okay, that's going pretty fast. But it's not really absorbing. It's really right on top. So I'm curious. I wonder if I put a little bit of glue, maybe a little Elmer's in here to help it adhere. All right, let's go up here on the face. Let's see what we got going on here, just to see. We're going to go in here and get a little bit more. And I'm starting on this side over here so my hand won't keep hitting the side over here. But, we're going to go back and forth. All right, so we're going with a little bit of orange for the lighter skin tone. Okay, so, you guys on this side can't see. Let me see if I can make it a little bit larger, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so over here, okay, trying to make sure we're getting on them. We're just going with a little bit of the orange. I mixed up some, but you can also just use the orange right out of the container. Hopefully, okay. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I know I need to give you guys a better view. I'm going to see about adding See if that's a little bit better. Okay. Right now, for whatever reason, and I've already cleaned this off, but something is a little bit blurry over here for some reason. Maybe because it's using the data. Let's see what. Okay, StreamYard. Okay. Let's remove the Wi-Fi and let's just use the data. Let's see if that'll give you a better view. And it may be changing over. Hopefully that'll be better because I see it's not quite as clear. Okay, so we're working with it. That's a little better. I just wish it could be zoomed in a little more. So anyway, we're going to keep on working with it. I kind of like the way the watercolor is happening. Maybe I'll do this screen here. That way you could still see a little bit. How about that? Okay, that way we're still right here together on both. Okay, let's keep going. This is kind of dry to the touch. Let's see if we could do a little bit of shading without removing the paint that's there. Okay, not going so badly. Let me add a little bit of paint on the side right here. Oops. Let's make sure we have something. We're just adding a little bit of darkness. I guess I got to make sure I have paint on this brush. You know what? Maybe this brush is a little bit stiffer. This is better, I think, for the acrylics. Okay, maybe not for the subtleties of watercolor. It'll work. Okay, so we're going up in here, adding our little shading. That's what I think that we're doing. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to get a little bit more water here. Maybe that's what I need. I press it out over there so it's not so full. And I don't want to leave puddles of paint. Okay, I think we're good for that. And like I said, we're trying this watercolor. Someone gave me a good idea. Oh, little precious lady, I need to find it. Find her name. Okay, maybe that's a little too orange, but we get the idea. Let's fade that out a little bit. Okay. Let's swoop this on over, bring that one down. I forgot about this other hand. Let's get on over here. We're going to move a little faster over here. Now that we see how the watercolor maneuvers and we see how to handle it better with our brush, we need to make sure we got enough paint in these bristles so that it can actually come out onto the canvas. All right. I kind of like it. It's different. So let's go ahead. And I'm painting like I would use colored pencil. And the good thing is, because of the darkness of the lines, we can get on down here fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be an opening. And this is still going to be a hand. Now you could just paint it all just a flat color, and we'll know. I'm going to go in here and wipe some of this out for the inside of the hand. I'm going to wipe, paint. It's almost like I'm mopping it up in here a little bit. So I'm removing some of the paint, but it has stained the canvas pretty good, which is good. All right, let me see if I can get a little bit close for you. Let me bring this light again over. See if that will help you see what's going on down there. Is that helping? Okay. Oh, good. Okay, I was able to do a nice, good pull. All right, so we're getting it in there. Now, I'm not really going to worry so much about what we did with the acrylic. It's just there. This is our experimentation. All right, so we're going to go ahead, add a little bit of water over here, and go ahead and move it along. And then we're ready. I'm just trying to get rid of all of the little white areas. And I'm going to make sure this is kind of dark right along that hairline, make it kind of like shadowy. All right. I am okay with what we have done. And like I said, I am kind of sketching it along like it's watercolor, like it's a colored pencil. Okay, so we got some of that going in there. I don't know. Let me know. You can email me or let me know in the comments kind of what you're thinking. How is that? And if you've tried it, I've never tried it. This is so much fun. All right. So, oh, should have had brown over there, huh? So what I'm going to do to make my brown is add just a little bit of, why am I reaching over here? I'm mixing Dollar Tree and Praying together. All right, so I am getting my brown by adding a little bit of black to the orange. Okay, but then I'm just going to swoop on over here too and just get straight brown. But I see that it's easily made by mixing those colors. All right, so I forgot this hand. It's supposed to be the darker tone. I just got busy messing around with the discovery process. Of the watercolor onto this canvas. It works. I am so excited about that. It works. It works. It works. So I'm going in here up underneath the heart, making it a little bit darker. Ooh, don't want too much because I still want to keep it kind of thin and transparent. Okay, so I'm going to dip in. Come on over here. How exciting is this? I am going to go get a corner of the paint with just a little water to fill in, and you almost can't tell where the acrylic starts and the watercolor ends. We could touch that up a little bit more. So let's kind of see if we could blend this part. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Let me get a little bit more water. See if we can blend these together. Let me get a little bit of orange. Let me clean my brush. Let me go in here and get a smidge of orange. A little bit more brown. And just mix right here. We'll see. We're going to just use what we have and kind of come in for the shadows. A little bit over here. Let me make sure. Okay. That the shadows are right there. I may have to get a little bit more over here because I didn't add. There we go. Now it's, there we go. Okay, y'all. I don't know if that's her shirt up in there. Maybe I'll add a little bit of blue. Let's see if I'll get a little bit of orange. A little bit of water. How exciting is this? Okay, let's go ahead and get into these eyes really fast, really quickly. Let me dip over there. So we're about, what is this? I'm going to say maybe about 25 minutes into the broadcast. Even though the clock says 35, I will eventually go in and have that cut out, that timer. All right, so I may need to let that dry, but I'm just going to go right on in here with the black right in the center, kind of like the pupil area. There we go. And then we'll come back and find a little bit of the white. All right, so let's go ahead and do the little lash area while we're right here. The good thing about spritzing, there's a little bit of residual water around, so then you can kind of use some of that, which is kind of cool. And you find out these little things as you paint. You don't know everything right away when you're starting, and that's okay for this. Now, brain surgery, I'm going to need you to know a little bit about everything, even though we know you discovered different things once you start. Rehabbing, remodeling a house, you think, hey, we're going to spend $2,000 on, let's say, tearing out a small bathroom floor so you can get a new toilet, new sink, just to kind of upgrade, up fresh everything. And then once you tear that floor out, then you go and discover that there are problems with the subflooring. I'm sure surgeons and dentists and all kinds of doctors find that stuff out all the time. You don't know until you know. You don't know until you start. You don't know until you get in there. So for this stuff, you guys, go ahead and get started. And there's so many paint party businesses out there. If I'm not your cup of tea, there's so many wonderful ladies and gentlemen that are out here ready to serve you. And if you need help finding them in your area, let me know. I'll be glad to do a little bit of a research for you. Just reach out to me on my website. Contact us. Let me know what you're trying to do. Let me back up and see what I'm doing here. I might need this bigger brush. Let me go ahead and spread this out. Sometimes you've got to step away. Now, I haven't gotten close with you for a moment. The good thing about the watercolor is that you can still go in here and manipulate the paint. I am lifting it off and I'm wiping some of it away for the lighter areas. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and actually hydrate that. I can't remember the technique, you guys. I probably should be able to tell you where you are removing that paint. We're just going to call it the wet and remove technique over here. All right. We are just pulling it away a little bit so that we can see what's going on. I think that is coming along. Let me pull this light over here for you. I think this is kind of cute, guys. Now, my hand won't stop moving because of the coffee. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. I'm lying. I ain't going to say it. I'm not even going to say it, y'all. I have to have a little bit every now and again. I'd just be straight up lying if I said, oh, guys, next time before I go in the air, I won't have any coffee. That is a lie. Now, the hair could be any color back there. You can get on down with it. I think what I'm going to do is go on in here, wet this on down, and do a wet on wet technique. It is so much fun. Now, if I had my, and I might run and get a bottle of alcohol so you could see how you can get back in here, baby. So I've got a nice puddle of water here. And what I'm going to do is kind of go in here. Ooh, that's too much. I don't want it. See, that's the only downside. I don't know if you can see what's going on here. Once I touch this canvas, how it just kind of spreads I don't have enough water out here to do really what I want to do. But it will kind of spread a little bit and kind of streak a little bit like marbling. I don't have enough water out here. But, let's try to get a little bit more out here. I'm just adding a little bit more. Whoops. And see, they don't have a cool red. The praying is kind of, it could go warm and it could go cool. Let's get a little bit more because this is super wet right here. And it's just going to kind of puddle in kind of like a marble type of way. I don't know if you see it. Let me put a little bit down here. This is a nice little puddle. I don't know if you see it kind of shaking it, and it kind of blends a little bit right there. Oh, that's a boss move technique. Oh, I should be charging maybe for that. So I'm just going to go right along this edge. I'm going to pick up a little blue here in a moment. Maybe you can see it better over here. Let me get this camera. Let me get this light so you can see. Isn't that? So you see it's kind of wet. Uh-oh. Now see, I may be opening up something new and different. Painting with watercolor on canvas. Why not? But you're just going to have to be careful. Because once the acrylic dries, it's water resistant. I'm not going to say it's waterproof, but it is water resistant. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of blue right up in here. And I've got a lot of pigment right there, and there's still a lot of, look at that. Ooh, see, that stuff is kind of fun. And then people be like, how did you paint that? Well, it's a wet on wet technique. All right, we're just going to go ahead and take whatever blue paint we have and go along the edges. And this is probably where I would tell you to combine it with a little bit of that acrylic so that along the edges, it's not as easily removable. Okay, so right here we go. And this is still a little bit wet, so it's going to blend a little bit. All right, so we're just spreading this along the edge. I guess I go back and forth between the Dollar Tree and the Prane, and that's okay. Now, if this were an actual art commission, I would, of course, not use the Dollar Tree. I would use the Prane Professional or Grumbacher or Winsor Newton, the more professional paints that would be more resistant to light. More archival. Is that the right term? Okay, so I've got that together. Okay, that's coming along pretty good. Now the face right here, it looks like I still need to blend this a little bit. But it's amazing how the acrylic is there. I'm going to come right down on this side. The acrylic is there, and we're just trying to blend it in with the watercolor. I am doing more lifting than actually applying that paint. So let me get a little bit more water so that we can deposit a little more of this paint right here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and hit this hair a little bit. Once again, we are adding some water to help spread that paint along. Let me add a little water right here so when that edge dries, it'll be a little different. I already see some of that cool drying right here. When that paint finally starts to dry, kind of gets that little hard edge right there. And then when you got a couple colors that like to be friends together, it's really nice. So I'm going to add a little bit more red right here in the middle. Or at least that's what I said. I'm going to add a little bit more right here. A little bit more right here. A little bit more right here so that when those edges dry, they are really good friends. And you can tell that it's spreading out doing its friendship thing. I'm going to just add just a little water right here, right along the edges here. Watch, watch, watch. I'm going to shake it a little bit, and then we're going to let it drip. Look at that. And then we can take it back down. Take it over. That is super fun. And you got to watch where the wet edges are. Okay, so enough of that. It is 8:50. I know I need to get out of here. Let me go ahead and add some of this yellow over here. Maybe make it a little bit blonde. A few little blonde streaks maybe. Because black, white, everybody's wearing, doing a little bit of everything. Okay? Could be green. Could be blue. Could be adventurous. And you could maybe write words along the hair. Whatever it is that you choose. I'm going to go ahead and get the praying black and let's move this along. Because I've been in here playing, experimenting, messing around. I don't know if I'm going to come back on. Maybe not on YouTube. Maybe not on Pinterest. Hello, everybody out there catching the replay. But I may pop on in some capacity at the events. But not, without the people's permission, you want to honor and respect that. Okay, so we're going to rush. Let's see, we want to try to finish this in maybe like the next 3 minutes. How about that? The hair and the shirt in the next 3 minutes. Now, we noticed before that the praying black was a lot more intense. A lot more pigmented, where the Dollar Tree brand was a little more grayed out. Nothing wrong with it, but we were just trying to figure out what was going on. And here it is right here. Let me make sure I pull that out. Dollar Tree is on top. Okay, there's Dollar Tree. And then the praying is on the bottom. There's the blacks. Let's see. So the colors were comparable. Now this is it on like a cardstock. So I think that worked out pretty well. This is coming along pretty good too. And of course, the heart is super fun and easy to get in there and do. So let's finish with this hair. I like the way this is drying on this canvas. It's kind of funky where the edges meet. Let's go in here and get a little bit more of this. the yellow and the black together kind of makes a little bit of a brown. All right, so let's go ahead and actually get a little bit of the brown over here. On the shadow areas. All right. Let's see. Do I want to go? No. I just sometimes forget you're even right here because it's just fun. Should I say fun or it's enjoyable? Fun sounds like a ride of some sort, but it's just enjoyable. All right. This is already starting to dry over here. Remember to use that straight edge to kind of cut like a knife, be a little bit more precise around those edges that meet, and the color or the tone need to be a little bit different. And I'm just kind of mixing this in over here, guys, just to see what we could do. And I see we could do a lot. That's good to know. All right, so we are rounding this out here. Oh, so much fun. So much fun. Now, I now would take a little bit of acrylic and go in and do the dot for the eye. We tested out that the Dollar Tree white. They have the white there, but it was just not opaque enough. So we're going to go in here and find a little highlight. Honey, when I tell you this little coffee hand is shaking around here, let's see if we can go ahead and put in a few little highlights up here, but it may blend in because the paint is still wet, and that might not actually be a bad thing. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see if we'll just go right on in here. And we'll see about trying to go right up here, maybe right there, just to kind of pop them a little bit. Boop. So we're going to do it right here. Boop. That boop didn't work out well for me. Here we are. We're just up in here messing around, having ourselves a good time. I kind of like the way that line kind of flowed. The other ones are kind of jagged and raggedy. Y'all, you see I could keep going. You see I could keep going right up in here. I could keep going. I like the way this is blending with the watercolor below. Let's see. We can get some of that hard edge out of there. Ooh. Let's see. This is where it's supposed to be blending right here. Let's see if we can get some of that. Soften it up a little bit around this nose area. I'm okay. Y'all, when I tell you I could literally stay right here. I'm going right up underneath this eyebrow right here, right over here. don't have any nail polish on these nails. Now look how this is drying. Let me get the light. Okay, and I should have popped in. Oh, that is so much fun. And the white heart, I don't mind it. You know, I can go in here with a little glitter paint on that. And I may just do just that. Well, I am going to wrap this up. Let me go ahead and find at the stream, remove this one, and we are in here. This is so much fun, but that's going on, 9 o'clock over here. Let's see if we can get this going. So we kind of did a combo, a little peach and chocolate. I may still go in here and work around to kind of maybe blend a little bit more, but how much fun is that to work with watercolor, something different. Now, you know I want to turn this around and just kind of keep working. So much fun. Let me get right on over here. Turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. And let me hold up some watercolor. We used a little bit of praying. This is going to go for the YouTube, what do you call it, thumbnail. So a little bit of watercolor. It worked out. Thank you so much for joining. This is Brene Sonoy with the Painted Pose. Let me know how I can serve you and your people. You know, if you are an activity director for your company, your business, your corporation, your organization, your association, I am here. Bring me in to serve your people. You just let me know how many we need to serve. We'll work out the numbers, work out the image. You bring the people, I bring the paint. Okay. Let's see if that'll help. Oh, that does help a little bit. You bring the people, I'll bring the paint. Bob is still back here, you guys. He's still there. He's still there. Bob was always going to be here. A mentor that he didn't, maybe he knew. Maybe he knew he was going to touch the world with his talent and gift. Step out there. Somebody's waiting for you too. Even though there may not be a lot of views or whatever, don't even worry about it. Put it out there. Someone will benefit from your God-given infusion of skill, talent, gifting. Okay. Peace to you. Have an amazing rest of your day. So this clock is telling me 58. So I know it's more like 40, 48. And we may have to cut out just a little bit more when I had to go run and make sure we're plugged into the internet, turn the furnace off. I'm excited. I'm excited about this new thing. Oh, I'm holding it over here like you guys can see. I'm holding it right here like you guys can actually see. I am super excited about this new thing. And we, like I say, we use a combination of praying and Dollar Tree. Let me get over here like this. Ooh. Let me hold that down. There you go for the light. All right. I don't know why it's so fuzzy over here. Anywho, let me remove our paint cam. Join my free Facebook group. It's over there for a little while longer. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, I will be opening up a paid membership. Look for that. Join the group. You need to give me your email address so I can stay in contact with you. I think I have where you can get the download. And I need to update that folder for now spring, a little bit more winter and a little bit more spring. So I just want something in there for you to create. You know, we paint on paper around here. Of course, I'm reaching for it. I just can't find it. We paint on paper around here. We're not afraid to just create. This is a watercolor on paper. Get your downloads. Let's create. And I may develop the art practice. I want you to paint with me once a month or more, depending on your schedule. But you know, I'm in here every Saturday at some point. I may go to 2 times a day. Once maybe early, um, and the video will be here for you. And then maybe later on during the day if we're doing a paint along. Now, I may go live with it so that you could see it in the moment and you can join me. And if you can't catch it, then I think what I'm going to do is have a paid option on my website. So you'll get the replay as well as the downloadable image so that you could paint. But catch me live in the moment. You can enjoy seeing the process unfold. But then the replays, I think what I'm going to do is, there's a lot of free stuff on my YouTube already for you guys to enjoy. See my painting style. And I'm dry. Is this dry? Is this dry as y'all? It just gets even more delicious. It just gets even more delicious, y'all. Let me get this light up here. It just gets even more delicious. Let me back up so you can see the bottom too. That it works. It worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. I love it. All right. That's the money shot. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do something that makes your heart smile, makes your heart come alive. Do something that makes someone else smile, makes their heart, do something that makes your heart sing. Okay, I'm messing out my own whatever, but smile and sing, smile and sing. It's the world, it leaves a lot of residue. Clean that off with something that you enjoy. Help clean somebody else off too. Okay? Come on and use your gift. Use your gift. Use your gift. Use your gift. Who cares if the viewers are there right now or not? Get out there with your joy and light, and eventually someone will find it. Just share it. My marketing game is weak right now. I need to know how to advertise and connect and let people know this is what I'm doing. And I'm just going to say this, I'm going to get off of here. A sweet little lady found me on LinkedIn. My goal in October was to get to the 500 connections. The previous goal was to get to like 150, 160. Then that allowed me to go live over there on the LinkedIn platform. So I was able to go live. So now let's connect with people. So now my goal, like I said, was 500. And then I got there and I connected with a lady that I was her cup of tea. So maybe 1 out of every 500, then 1 out of every 500, you may find your unicorn blessing that enjoys what you do the way that you do it. Okay, so go on out there. And when I tell you, she's been waiting for the membership. Hey, when did I join? It's like, you know what? Just join me every week. And so that was kind of like fuel for my fire to go ahead and get the membership together. I opened it up, didn't advertise. I think I sent out 1 email, maybe made 1 post inside of my group, and maybe made 1 post. I maybe made 2 on the Paint Pops Facebook page. I don't think I put it on the Painted Pose Facebook page, So who am I? I'm over here in my own little world thinking that, oh yeah, that 1 post, yeah, we'll get just a whole bunch of members. No, look at how Tide, how Starbucks, how all of these medical companies advertise. They advertise Coca-Cola, Hardee's, all of these places keep putting themselves in your eyesight, in your, what do you call it? Your eyesight, your ear gate, because they know that if it's not there, it's forgotten, So that's what I have to do. So you guys, I might get on your nerves a little bit because I'm going to be out here. Going to be out here advertising. I should put it out here. What color should I paint the heart? There we go. All that time and all of this hot air is helping dry this off. Now, it's 9:07 for real. I've got a couple appointments today. I'm super excited. It's not too late to join us. at MCL this evening. The paintedpose.com, I think /events. But just go to the website and at the top in the menu section and click on events. Don't scroll down yet because there's an event section there. I don't know if those two connect yet. But we're by March, folks in the back office, they're going to get me all the way together. I'm so grateful for the upgrades that are coming. And all of this here, you still gonna have some of that, but we're gonna try to make it a little cuter around here. So this is Bernadette. Well, who is she? What is she like? Is she okay? This is me. You're gonna get me, baby. I am coming for you. I'm coming for you. Okay, out here in these internet painting streets, giving God glory and praise and thanks for the ability to do this. And it has taken a long time to get to this point where the lighting is decent, the sound is decent, I'm comfortable, not afraid. I do get a little fear before I hit the button in the morning. But once I'm on air, let's hit it. Let's rock. Let's go. Oh, this is good. This is so much fun. What can you do with some paints, some brushes, some water in an hour? Now, of course, this is guided. Okay, this is guided. This is some assistance for you, especially because you know I'm coming for the new painter. You know I'm coming for the newbie. But the experienced ones can also enjoy this, but I'm coming for the new ones. I'm out of here. Peace to you. Have an amazing rest of your day.